right. Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Raven. How are you doing? I'm doing all right myself. A little tired feeling, but also really excited for tonight's beautiful game. Hi, welcome in. Before we get started, I have a couple of updates. First of all, my sound alerts are working. Sorry, I'm getting messages. Which are really important. I'm doing fine. It's been a long time since I could catch your streams. Yeah, I've really missed you. I'm glad you could catch this one, though. Especially with it being Slay the Princess. Anyway, my sound alerts are working. Those should be fine. I do have to go fix something because I forgot about it till just now. All right, there we go. I would think it would be really awkward to have two sound alerts going off at once. I mean, with how my sleep schedule is going, I should be able to catch a few other streams. Oh, have you not been sleeping well? Also, real quick, we have new commands. If you go down and look at the panels, there's a command panel with all of the new commands. Obviously, there's the Discord one from before. There's a new socials one. There's a lurk, there's an unlurk, there's a jump scare, and then there's crow surveillance. A jump scare is whenever I just get scared in a game. Oh my goodness, I have a cat. Jump scares whenever I just get scared in a game, any game, because I tend to jump at the weirdest of things. And crow surveillance is just like a check-in kind of thing. Jump scare counter, exactly. So, those should be fun little things that you all can use. I swear, I just started stream, but I gotta be right back. For frick's sake. Alright, I'm back. I am so sorry about that. Oh, well, thank you. You're so sweet, Raven. With all of these updates said, how about we finally get into the game? Welcome to Slay the Princess. I actually really want to talk about this real quick before we get started, because I watched somebody play the demo. Oh, Raven, you're honest and sweet. But I watched somebody play the demo, and I fell in love with this game right off the bat. And I was so excited seeing it get released. I hadn't been able to play it up until now, and I'm so glad that I get to. But this game has also been a huge inspiration for some of my streamer-related things. Like, the music is... I've listened to the entire soundtrack already. It's so good. Ooh. This game is really good. Yes! No, I followed the creator and they also made Scarlet Hollow, which is another, like, type of horror game. And that looks really good. Hey, no, you're sweet. Also, I can understand you. It's like such a good game story-wise and character writing-wise. Yeah, you only get like 3 characters out of this game, as far as I know, which is the princess, the hero, and the narrator. The narrator, as far as I know, is a douche. But this game is like what I often think of when somebody tells me eldritch horror, because eldritch horror is such a niche branch of psychological horror, and I think this perfectly falls into that category. Like, I think in order to really talk about this game more, though, we need to jump in. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Sorry, I'm adjusting. It applies it marvelously? Yes. Oh, my domain Eldritch Horror, lol. I'm gonna have fun sometime clipping in Eldritch-based jokes then, if I can. Oh, absolutely. Make as many jokes as you want. I think he who sleeps in relief is etched into my soul. Ooh. Okay. I know we just started at the game, but this has reminded me that something, or like a continuous event I want to do in the future is reading. And specifically, I want to like read Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft. I think that will be fun. Anyway.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This voice acting is always so good. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forgot or forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Holy crap. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. What do I want to do? You know what? Let's prod.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, but why? But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she... Oh, read that one. Killing a princess seems bad. Can't someone else do this? Yep. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Ooh. Walks to the cabin as soon as arrives, turn around, go home based. I wouldn't trust a narrator because of how they describe stuff, let alone of their alleged cosmic horror awareness. I mean, I think you can talon your way through, no? Oh my goodness. Okay, I wasn't expecting dad jokes. Me wanting to just go to the cabin and then go, yeet, I'm going home is actually very, very much like an option. But yeah, I'm gonna prod more.
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
I have a terrible sense of humor. Don't ask. Oh, I mean, I tell dad jokes all the time. Don't get me started. Have you considered the only reason she's going to end the world because she's locked up? Yeah.
I appreciate the mental exercise we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay, but like, those can go hand in hand. I'm just saying, your logic is a little flawed here.
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Should we go to the cabin, or should we say fuck this and not? I can do dark humors without noticing, as well as dad jokes. She's dangerous, like distilled madness? Maybe. But, get this, I'm not doing this, or go to the cabin. I kind of want to say fuck this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Says who? Huh? Turn around and leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I don't know your choice. I'm a chibi fluffy dragon existing here. I'm simply what most can be observed, in some case, a voice in your mind. You know what? That's fair. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll say the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. Guess we'll see. Why? Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Ooh. I feel like being sassy.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh. The dude going, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah. It would fit you and that's a cute sight. No, stop. I'm turning around again and leaving.
Wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Listen, I'm a D&D player as well. I know about the consequences of fucking around and finding out, and I wish to fuck around. Let me find out, okay? Capiche? Let's go.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Says the narrator, don't stop me, I'm only starting. Oh my goodness. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go to the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Narrator has controlling DM vibes.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
Oh, this is such a, like a...
How many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
I have something to say, but I'm going to wait until he's done
You're
talking.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So, real quick, that bit of dialogue was really, like, telling and important, because the narrator throughout this, I know, tries to convince you that he's not really in control. He's just the narrator, and he's just there to tell you what's going on and to lead you on. But he says little things that give away that he's actually more in control than you think he is, or he tries to lead you on to believe, such as, you're trying to irritate me. A line like that emphasizes that he's doing, or he did that because you were irritating him, and he was like, I'm not having this, I'm going to switch things up on you. Like, he is a force to not fuck with, and he wants you to know that. I mean, your silence is deafening. What? With what voice, dude? Also, don't tell me to stop being there. Don't tell me to stop being there is a cute on your screen, and I plan to compliment the most adorable cutie on my screen right now. Oh my goodness. Damn, that's a lot of princess. Did she have siblings? I think so. Hey, Death is a good pal. He's just an old man. Yeah. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Or hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? I don't think she ended the world. I don't think that was her. Headcanon. She didn't end the world. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, or I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin silently. I don't have a choice to turn around this time. Pure sass in this. Okay, no. Yeah, no, sass. Commit to the sass. I'm getting a terrible
sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I think he does.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Those walls weren't there before. Oh, all my other options are gone. Oh. Ad jail for me? No! Rip the ad jail. One day you will be free. Meanwhile, I'm going to prod again.
Talking about, I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
I'm sure that's what we're all worried about, is somebody else stumbling on this princess, and we're not worried about at all another event occurring where I just leave. Let's silently proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I'm gonna save real quick. I'm free from them now. Welcome back. We are proceeding to the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
That's fair.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place?
We
have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay, so first of all, I have hydrate, so here's to the water. Water has been drunk. The floor is going. You think we're here? No, we're here. No, here. Yeah. I mean, a princess with world-ending power. I don't think that's just a simple princess. No, it's not. Really quick, I love this room. They've definitely changed up this room since the demo, because this room had a completely different look, but now with all the mashing pieces, this is actually a more unsettling room, and I really enjoy it. Additionally, the music is actually, I don't know if any of you can catch it, but it's actually several different tracks layered over each other. Or at least a couple different ones. And that is eerie in my ear. Alright. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade. What's up with the mirror? Why is the mirror such a focal point for a couple of these? That is strange. You know, I'm gonna explore the mirror.
The wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Yeah?
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
What happened? What happened to the mirror? You know what? Maybe because it's an obsidian countered mirror? I don't know. I'm gonna take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah?
Fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice. You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Oh!
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
The pointer changed! Oh, that's so cool! Oh, the small details! I love them! I'm confused, what? Where's the mirror? I want to see your cute face. The mirror was taken away from me! You know what? Oh! How much of a shit do I want to be? You know what?
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. A suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Oh, you are getting angry, narrator. Also, the voice of the contrarian is such a sassy motherfucker.
The door to the basement creaks open.
What?
A web of branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
What?
Here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi.
There's an up to the stairs.
Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Like we really care about ruining his day right now. Have you seen the stairs? Alright. I mean, I just realized you have claws, a little talons with a razor sharp claws. You can kill her without the knife. Like, you stab your claws and boom, it's over. I have a knife and a window and I'm throwing it out. Yeah, no, that's me. That's me. That's what I did. Pardon my language, but what the fuck is that? It's worse than my library stairs. Seen worse crossworlds before. Yeah. Like, this is chaotic, but I've seen worse. This is just scary in the context of what's going on right now. Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center stairs, take the soft stair. Why is there harsh and soft stairs? What's the difference? Do I want to find out? Yeah, I want to find out.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I never thought pillows and fluffy things could be made into such a horror as that was. What the fuck? I am actually a little scared. Well, that's unnerving. That is correct. That is very unnerving. Oh, bye, Raven. Also, am I the only one who noticed it resembled vaguely roots? It's woolly stairs. Damn, nice way to die. It's like someone hiding their face in my floof. That is like, I expected to die there. Oh no, I just noticed the music. Oh no. Sorry, didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulling apart, but back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Why, or do you know why you're down here? You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. Ooh.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
How strange. So, why are you here?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Excuse me?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I want to make more of her. There's more of you now. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Oh, some of these are still the same. Well, these are new. I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Regretfully, I think about that time you threw the blade out the window. Wait, why are these all highlighted as if they're one option, but they look like they're three? Let's...
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
I can't slay her.
How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kinda hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I kind of want to keep asking her questions. Ooh. I'm gonna ask one more question.
Here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Yeah, this is getting worse. This is getting worse. No, no, thank you. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. You know what?
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her.
That one's...
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others
They just don't fit. They just don't fit.
You can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all
Oh.
so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
What the fuck? First of all, hello, welcome in, Ephistum? Please tell me if I'm pronouncing that right or not. This just reminds me of the amalgamations in Undertale. Yeah, oh. It does. But worse. What? Oh. I am at such a loss for words with this. This is freaky. Oh, alright. It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Ow. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Say nothing. It's going to be okay. Oh.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I just smashed the letters together for my username, so there really is no correct way to pronounce it. Alright. I will probably call you Effie then. If you don't mind. You now have more arms to hug you. I don't think I want those arms to hug me. I'm going to be honest. I don't want those arms to hug me. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. Where did he go? I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror. You know what? I think I'm
Dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
I didn't even get a choice. Oh. You approach the mirror. Oh. Oh. I'm actually a little scared. Oh. Signs as you reach for it, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Okay. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
The most tense part in ads pop up. I'm so sorry. That's some bad timing. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Is this the end?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a good point. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Oh, that hurts.
I know only that they are.
Oh.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
It's like an in-between world. It's like, it's not a world, but kind of the space between them. It's like it's a space between time. It's a pocket where time doesn't exist, space doesn't exist, matter doesn't exist. There's just nothingness. This is so freaky.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, what are you going to do? How much will I forget? And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Till we meet again. Sent to slay the princess.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
What? Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What was that? The game did just restart. I just got several achievements as well. One of them being bring the stranger to her. What? Who is her? What was that? I'm so confused. Oh. You know what? Considering this is the beginning again, I might as well prod differently? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I mean, Monarch kind of does the same. They do contribute something to society, which is somebody to look up to for leadership. But we're not going to get into semantics. This game I have only seen the last 20 minutes, and I am invested. Yes. I microwaved 2 sandwiches and returned. Welcome back. Just follow your heart and you will eventually find your way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like I have discovered something I probably shouldn't have. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay. Do I?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
There's no incentive. You get a reward. What is the reward? Why should I do this? Can't someone else do this?
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Only time will tell. Maybe narrator is 18th century French. He really doesn't seem to like the monarch. No, he's all like, you must slay the princess. And I'm like, okay, but she's pretty though. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and head to the cabin this time.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Why is the knife hanging off the ledge of the table? Like, why is it in the middle of the table? Why is it specifically there? You know, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
The narrator is afraid of women? Yeah. The narrator does seem to be afraid of women. I can't blame him, though, because have you seen Woman?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I will refrain from comments. Oh, make all the comments you like. Ooh. Hi! Yes, we're going to go downstairs to the princess, and our first words to her, or our first word to her will be, hi! Actually, I kind of wanted to do that.
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I will say this, I don't blame him. I don't either. Literally, with what I just saw, I even know that wasn't even the right ending for that scenario, and I'm still scared. What? No way. Why would you ever think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. What kind of response is that? I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steel your nerves and step forward. Ooh. I haven't decided yet.
Drop the knife, and the two of us just talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor.
No.
With a melodious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
She's so pretty. I'm gonna say it now. She's so pretty. My brain self-completed the "I'm here to slay you" with "Yes, queen." Slay! Slay the princess by making her your queen. She's not a princess anymore. Anyway. Yeah, it's kind of pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you think, or what do you have to say about that? Am I interrogating her? Is this an interview that I'm going to put into the local newspaper? Ah, yes. I heard that you are going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? Note that your response will go into the Slay the Princess Times. What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. Oh my god, never send Alara to slay a woman. She will end up crushing on them instead. Shut! Don't out me like that! Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I'm just... do you think I'd just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? You're supposed to end the world. I've been told things, but I'm not sure about... or not sure what to believe. Ooh. Do you want to be sarcastic or do you want to be sincere? That is the question. She's going to end my world, alright? Oh my god. Okay. You know what? I've been sincere up to this point.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
But I get you out of here. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people.
Don't just tell her that.
I'll tell her what I want.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
You're good. There have been others with way more, let's put it, interesting reactions to the princess. Yeah, I've heard about that, and when I was watching the demo, I could definitely see some of the appeal there. Not that you'd ever get a live reaction out of me. Have you ever just asked her name? Oh. I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. Oh, what are you going to do if I let you out of here? No, I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Remain silent. Let's play the safe game.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you, either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
A subjugating monarch, no less? Dang! Okay. Also, hi, Amber! I see you out there in the wild. And Lele, I see that you have to take off, so I hope to either see you later or I will talk to you tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening. And then back to the game. How would I get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Okay, we've talked long enough. In the spirit of...
Drink water. Become...
Amber! I'll drink water. Here's your water. Bye, Lily! And in the spirit of channeling our inner Lele from the chat, we're going to ask her name.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
I don't get a straight answer out of you. It's literally picking between the lesser of two evils. Goodness gracious. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Maybe we should just cook her. Sorry, guys. What? Who are we cooking? What? I'm so confused. Alright.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I know why I'm here, but that doesn't mean that I have to go through with it. I'm going to get you out of here.
You have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I ain't a monarchist. I like monarchies if I am the king, that is. Ooh, it's getting saw in here. Yeah, this is escalating fairly quickly. I think it escalated more with our last run, but no, Amber, that's not allowed. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides cutting you out of here? Going to check upstairs, maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Alright.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Fuck you, narrator. Don't give me that look, Amber. Hey, let me out of here.
Please are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
If I were to take the knife and start stabbing at the door, would I eventually break through? I'm asking for a friend. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I wouldn't be that bad as a king. If anything, I just make up a senate or something to take care of stuff. Ruling by yourself sounds way too much of a hassle. Yeah, I feel like you would want multiple governing bodies if you were to be a ruler. Like, you have yourself, but you want other people to take care of other stuff. Otherwise, you're doing too much and you're going to die in the next 5 days. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Womp womp. Yeah. How dare. Down with the narrator. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Her eyes are so big, and it's unnerving. Maybe the narrator should get a bird? Maybe.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Holy crap. Warn her. Warn her! Princess kind of a freak, Lara. I'm not gonna lie, man. Maybe you should have slain her. Okay, but actually... the princess herself be slain. I'm just saying. I miss to see why that is bad. Thank you. We're gonna warn her.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm gonna say something kind of revealing. I'm gonna tell you the hottest thing about these two characters. It's not the princess. You see the hand of the hero? That's kind of hot. Anyway, moving on. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Resist. Are there any more options? No. It's all just slay the princess or resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was. Thank you. The prisoner. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alara, this is a judgment zone. I'm afraid I am afraid and I am judging. Amber, this is actually a judgment-free zone because this is my area. Thank you. And I do not judge myself. Girl, I can see the world in your damn eyes. They big as hell. Listen, I could get lost in those eyes. Well done, lad. The beetles are all dead. Oh. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened? Or wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Proceed to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Let's see. I said this one last time. I think I'm gonna say this time. But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
You saying the funniest shit. That's the best I can offer. Any Beatles joke is a hit to me, I'm afraid. Oh my gosh. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Shut up.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
like to make fun of the Beatles. Like, why are they... like, why they hair like that? Come on, guys. Get a trim. Oh my goodness. Also, goodness gracious, the narrator. You are a professional what? A professional gaslighter? It's clear that you know something more. Jackass. Rude. Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
About it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place? I want to ask both questions. Both are very important. Narrator is a professional yapper. Yeah, he knows how to make up bullshit on the fly. I'll say that.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
What the fuck? Check my... What? I guess I'll check my pockets?
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
No kidding. He's like weirdly adamant on it. It's like there's something off about how he goes about telling us that we need to slay the princess. Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
Locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me? Those are both good questions.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
I'm so glad to be so special, so tell me the truth.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
But you...
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
No? Oh,
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'm a professional narrator hater. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Just say wink out loud. No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Oh, shut it, narrator. Frickin'. Didn't say anything, but I'm not gonna approach the mirror this time. We're just... You know what? I'm just gonna enter the basement.
I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Okay.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that. Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't, I guess, say here what the big idea. I'll just take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Thanks. I mean it.
Enter the basement. Oh.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
But you look so cute. Why would I want to bury this in your heart? But you look so sad. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her, slay the princess. I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Risky! Welcome in! Hi! Damn, can't resist that game. No. It's such a good game. Hi, welcome in! Didn't you just come over from, Aina? Also, let me go through these options real quick. Oh, hi, Vass. Thank you for the lurk. My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? The other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye. Slay the princess. Ooh. Yee, she rated Snow, but Snow plays Persona, and I hope to play this one day. Ooh. One day you will play this, and I hope, at least I hope you will, because this is so fun. I am thoroughly enjoying the narrative of this, all the connecting narratives. But how did Ina's stream go? I know they were playing Escape the Backrooms. I'm gonna choose this one. My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. What happened last time after I died? How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is in a shackle too. That other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? You know what? I'm going to ask you this.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone.
There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Again, it's a game about trusting the lesser of two evils in this case. I don't really know much about Escape the Backrooms. They seem to be having a lot of fun and they finished the game. Well, that's really good. I don't know much about it either. I just know that it looks fun, so I'm glad that they were able to finish it, though. Emo Plus, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened last time after I died? That other chain on the wall, who's it for? I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. I don't want to give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own. I think I'm just going to leave you here. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm gonna say this.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Holy shit.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Oh, honey, you don't know about the voices in my head. They're saying all kinds of crazy shit. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
That other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
No!
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Not giving... She wants to leave, I'm gonna... What do I want to do now? Ooh. Explore and... kind of want to look at it. I obviously don't want to put it on. But I really want to look at the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, you're not the one making decisions.
That. Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
I want to inspect... I don't want to put my wrist in it, but I want to inspect it.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here. What should we do? Did you know that this was going to happen to me? Wait in silence. What is going on? Handcuffs are usually more fun. house can be more fun. Oh, what is... This was a twist I was not expecting. Usually a chain doesn't leap out at you, but no. Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
Fair enough. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Secret uncovered, you were the princess all along. Actually, that would be really interesting. What should we do? Okay.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time, and after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence. This is eerie.
Continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And... I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
History's repeating itself! Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
You know where that line comes from? Ooh. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. What? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Ooh, there's overlapping parts. Ooh. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
The long quiet sounds like a peaceful afterlife. Kind of. Though I find an eeriness to it. Like, again, for me, it's like a space between, or like it sounds like a pocket between space and time where nothing can exist, nothing does or will ever. Yet here we are. It's so eerie. I genuinely love it though. I'm back after mom attack and I see mirror on the wall. What do you see in the mirror? Something scary. There's something very scary in the mirror. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to... what do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? And what if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I wait here forever? I'm ready to go back. Oof. Oof. It's a sign. Oh. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. I haven't experienced that. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. I want to ask why.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
And what if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
You have no need to wait. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So, real quick, I'm going to take a quick break, stretch a bit. I've been sitting for a little bit, so I will be back in a couple minutes. Everyone should get up and get some water, get some snacks, get a blanket to be cozy, and then we'll continue on with probably one more route of Slay the Princess. Alright. I'll see you all in a little bit. Alright, hello, I'm back. Let's go for one more round in Slay the Princess. We know most of these options by now. I have yet to choose where an option where I actively go and kill the princess. So sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Welcome back, pretty. Well, thank you.
That's the spirit.
I don't like being complimented.
Way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I got cut off? I meant to say I don't like being complimented by the narrator. Robespierre route? Let's go slay a monarch. Is that a freaking French reference? It's a good reference. They're kind of good at offing monarchs. Proceed into the cabin. Here we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ooh. Take the blade, enter the basement. I will take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
French passive be like anti-monarchy. Funnily enough, one of my favorite characters of history is a French emperor. Charlemagne? I guess Charlemagne was a Frank, so you could call him French. No, you're fine. Charlemagne was a really interesting figure, though, in history. I really love learning about him. We're going to continue down the stairs. We're not going to say anything to her this time.
You're still listening to reason.
It's not reason.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, which was neither holy nor Roman, but it stuck. It's because the church was like, we want to go back to the days of Rome. And so they were like, we're a part of the Holy Roman Empire, and it didn't work out that way. I don't know what they were thinking. So much it was considered both. It's so silly thinking about what really the Holy Roman Empire was. Considering that Rome at that time wasn't even much of an empire anymore either. Yeah, no, it's a funny thing to think about. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Roman was approaching its last legs. It really was. Drop the blade or slay the princess. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? No, let's slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Honestly, most of my knowledge on that comes from Crusader Kings. I guess those are historically... Like, I don't know much about Crusader Kings. I actually did a bunch of research into... and a bunch of learning into the Holy Roman Empire going into the Middle Ages. Fates, but it did make me research the historical basis of a lot of shit. Guess I'll die. Yeah, that was the princess. Guess I'll die. Dies. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. I feel it. Of course not. That was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's remove the blade. Ooh.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
What?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
What?
So close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth.
What?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
You say she's unarmed, but she has both her arms. Therefore, she is still capable of killing us. I'm just saying. Assume I'm telling the truth and that all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? I'm going to skip that. We're just going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money, but we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Enter the basement.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
I don't think I want to get close to her.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
Then get out of my head.
A grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
She's
If she
pointier.
sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I don't think she has a knife. I think she is the knife. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones. And let me kill you again. Adamantium princess? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. This princess is metal, not in the way that you think. Look, I know that you're... Oh, wait, no. I read that one. Haha. What happened after you died last time? Or, yeah, after you died. Ooh, that changed a bit. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Nobody has to die. Okay. What are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine. I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything, approached the prince. Oh, she would try something. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn and leave. Screw it, slay the prince. No, you don't want to get close to that. No, there's something wrong. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess.
Innocent.
For no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Shut up, narrator.
Is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. but I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
But I'm nervous. This is very correct. Why is she sweating? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
That's not...
I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
You are so suspicious. But what if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
What?
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
I mean, I don't see the flaw in that logic. That's fair. Do you remember what happened last time? I'd like to trust you, but you're being suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
I don't want to get close to her.
We're still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. I have my dignity. Fine, then we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
Bird face.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
tell each other last time? What happened? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sitting here to stop you. It has to die. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we just I can't read. But I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I don't.
Okay, I'm bored now.
Yeah.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
Run?
At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
We're not safe.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
Yep, saw that coming.
Maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange, before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
At least you're blunt about it.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The arms. Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility! I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
you walk through the door, you do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Lars, you look a bit handicapped there. Yeah, arms race. It is an arms race. At arm's length. Unrelated, my friend just made a group and he said, I made this group for us to reunite people and plan to hang out and stuff. I have no idea for us to do anything right now. What a way to start off a group, right? I don't know what we're doing, but let's hang out at some point. Alright, approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
If you... Wait, hold on. If you try, you can see it as cute. Aw, he misses you. He's a good guy. Know him since middle school. No matter what, he just wants to hang out with people. And that's 100% on character with him. Sounds like a nice guy. Wipe the mirror clean. Oh my god.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal being is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Nice guy is a broken term for me. I wouldn't want to be called that. Lol. Okay, I'm sorry. Nice as in, like, a decent guy. Her murdery smile is so adorable. I can see it. I can see how that smile is adorable. We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try and try flirting with her. I think it's a little past flirting at this point, buddy. Oh, cool. Turns out she's a Bloodborne boss. She is a Bloodborne boss. Holy crap. Oh, Bloodborne is something I should play on this, on stream sometime. We're going to fight her, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. Oh. I don't think that's how that works. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Oh. All these ideas suck. Think about, or think up something better. All these ideas suck.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
As she gets closer.
Standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you. Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Oh, a new one of us.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Oh.
Whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. As long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
She has blades and all, but if you had a technical genius known as Gun, I know fantasy and all, no need to lecture me. I feel conflicted as her arms look too terrifying and messed up, but her smile is adorable. Honestly, this is a very, like, impressive design, I think. She has swords for arms. We're panicking. We're going to let her stab us. She wins by killing us, so let's beat her to it. Oh, I'm conflicted. I don't think fighting her is a wise decision. We're gonna appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of conflict that transpires. Ooh.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
No!
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer.
I'm just gonna show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
You're gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches
Oh!
and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
What?
Ready for what comes next.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
I think we can throw her out the window. That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All right,
is all
sir.
just
Oh! Oh my god! Too many voices.
What happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You should. You do not act, and yet though through that wait, hold on, I need to pause that. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Okay, before I gaze into my reflection, what the frick's going on in chat? That's honestly really cool. I unironically see the appeal I get. I agree with my dude. Swords are so fucking cool. I can't speak. The big sword lady is appealing to you? I don't. That's not a perfect woman to me. I know my standards are high. I do not. I think she's cool. I don't want to be near her. She is nothing but stab, and I don't want anything to do with that. No, thank you. That's not my cup of tea. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The decay. Oh. You've withered. Kinda. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Did you really just redehydrate? Fine. I drank the water too violently. She'd be a pretty sharp wife to have. Yeah. She'd be always glittering. Don't do that. It's not healthy. It's not like I have a choice on whether I choke if I'm drinking violently. I just made the choice to drink violently. No droning. Sometimes I don't get a choice, though.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Really? How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that... no, I know what that is. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what you'll want when we finished? What do you want me to bring you next time? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Okay. Sure, you can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
I don't sip the water, I suck it off the cup like a real one would. I mean, technically I have I'm drinking my water out of a cup that has a lid with a mouthpiece, and that's how I'm drinking my water. So I kind of need to suck. Huh? What you going huh about?
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart.
Nothing? That's a little suspicious. But okay.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Doesn't matter how many times we go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. Oof. Oh. Honestly, no, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Perhaps. What do you want me to bring you next time? Let's actually ask.
Aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
I think I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay. Actually, hold on. I think I am going to end stream here. And we will continue Slay the Princess at another date. I wanted to get to Five Nights at Freddy's tonight because they tied, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because I'm on a bit of a time limit myself tonight. So that will be the end of Slay the Princess. For now. But let's go ahead and move scenes. Hello! New scene! I want to talk real quick about Slay the Princess and my thoughts on it because I'm really loving it so far. Like, holy shit. There's always next day. Yeah. Like, I really want to play... I'm pretty stoked for tomorrow, too. I don't know if we're going to have an Ellie. We might not. She might... Because I know she's having an appointment. And then she might still be too sick. So... that might throw a little bit of a wrench into the plans. Because I don't want to like be like, you should still come on with us if she's especially too sick to play, because she needs to rest. So with that, there might be some change in plans for tomorrow. We'll just see where it goes. Yeah, I was talking to her today and she is still pretty sick. Yeah, like... I really want her to rest because I care about her health. She did say too about going to the doc. Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, plans might change a little bit for tomorrow, because if I'm going to do Phasmo, which was the plan, then I'd like to do it with her around. Yeah, I'd probably yell at her too. I'm not going to lie. I'd be like, Ellie, no, go rest. But real quick, thoughts on Slay the Princess. I'm enjoying the multiple narratives that actually combine into one, like, distinctly horror, like actually distinctly eldritch horror, like, narrative. And, like, it is, as I thought, it's the perfect eldritch, like, horror game. It is psychological. It's been a while. It's so fun. Honestly, don't know if you will see all of them until the end. There are a lot. Yeah. I already knew this game would probably take me a while, and I want to get through all of them. I truly want to get through all of them on stream, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Actually, I think there's a couple more that we need. I do know about Vanish. What? What? What is that supposed to do? What? Okay, really quick, I am gonna change the category real quick. Only so we don't get in trouble. Done. No, I plan on doing, Slay the Princess. There are 18 princesses? I find that hard to believe. I know about a good chunk of them, though. Like, we just had the Razor, we had the Prisoner, and we had the Stranger. I want to go back and do the Stranger so that we can actually see her appearance instead of walking down the pillow staircase. Because we actually didn't get to see her that time. We just went straight into the long quiet. And like, I don't want that. I want to go see her. I know that I believe the damsel's still a princess. And I want to see her. But I don't know how to get to her. I know that there's the tower. And I believe the Fury. Those are the ones that I know of that are left. And I'm going to try to get to them. It took us 3 hours, basically, to get to 3 of them. So I don't know how long it's going to take us to get to the next one. Oh, but I love the eldritch feel of this game. I gotta head out now, but thanks for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Don't worry about speed. Yeah, that's fair. This is a game that this feels like a game that you should just experience. When it's done, I actually want to do, like, talk about it more in depth, give a better, like, in-depth analysis, or have a, like, more in-depth discussion about it, because there's a lot of, like, themes going on that are really, it's like, it feels like a huge perspective on self. Not just how you perceive yourself, but how you perceive other people. And it also feels like a perspective on the world and how the world tells you to act, right? The narrator acts as the world. The world wants you to do, like, certain things. You obviously have yourself, and depending on what route you take, you will change. This game has a lot of that. I enjoy that. I'm going to say it. I enjoy that a lot. I love that kind of deep thinking about a game. A game that makes me think like that is usually is like one of the best story games. And I can see why this is really popular, like really popular. Oh, I just look forward to more of this game. This game has way more think than anything else. Yeah. As a writer, I think a lot about, like, perspective and care and, like, personality and everything, and I think that this game touches on that to make it the horror game that it is. It's gorgeously done. I love that vibe. Yeah, or I love its vibe. Yeah. Did you play Nier? I have not. I'm told that I need to play Nier, though. Though, or with all this said, though, I really, really, really look forward to playing this again. I have some recommendations on really good writing on games. Oh, I can throw some your way. I would love to see them. Especially because going forward with my content, I really want to get into story-driven games and having discussions about their narratives and like actually talking about characters and world building, because that's what I want to do as content. That has always made me happy. So in actually having the chance to do that on stream, while I can't give as much of an in-depth analysis, I can have an interesting conversation with other people who really love that kind of stuff. Nier Automata, for example, is my opinion the peak of medium as in it's a very fun game to play. Ooh, with a hell of a story. I'm playing Nier right now, so I definitely want to listen to that. Ooh. I want to play Bloodborne, definitely. Because I've played a little bit, and I love Bloodborne's perspective on women, because Bloodborne is ultimately feminine in nature, and you see throughout the entire story the perspectives and the treatment of women specifically. Not just that, but the way that the world is built around the horrors of what has happened already is so gorgeous. I don't know if I can give an example of what impressed me recently in Nier. Not a spoiler much, but very interesting to me. Go ahead and give an example. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so alright. I'm gonna exit out of here. Are you sure you want to quit? Yeah, I do. If you're okay with VNs, I may curse you to read the Type Moon stuff. I've never heard of that. You might need to DM me that one. Additionally, for content coming up, because I know, like, I haven't talked about it much, but I really want to start to do more like more story-driven content in general. Obviously, with like talking about games that have story-driven perspectives. And as well as I want to actually get on stream and like world build at some points, or read on stream stories. Okay, let's read this real quick. Ah. There's this premise that machines don't have consciousness or feelings. At some point, you play as a robot, and if you run over a pipe you trip over, you need to move around the pipe. Thing is, a machine not trained to do that wouldn't do that. They would just trip. or just keep tripping. Solving problems is what humans do. The game doesn't tell you that or anything, but I think it's totally intentional. Also, Fate series is not limited to Fate plus Persona. Okay. So, Fate, Persona, Nier Automata, and Type Moon is what you're... Yoko Taro as well. There's it was in the poll earlier, but there is a game that I heard was really good. It's a horror game. But I really want to play Cat in the Box, which is a RPG Maker game. That's more recent. I'm probably going to save this as well for an event that I want to hold in the future, but I do want to play Eve on stream. It would be a rerun for me. I'll organize it all for you. Don't worry. Please do. And thank you. Trying to think. Oh. Honestly, I'm just so looking forward to future and streaming because I'm like, I have so much that I just want to do and so many hopes and so many dreams. And as I get more into streaming, I'll probably also do more like YouTube stuff as well and actually do better breakdowns of things. One day I'm going to go through and take notes on Slay the Princess, and I'm going to talk about what each princess kind of represents. Because I think there's something more to each princess other than just their names. But the world itself is just... I love the repetitive... Going back to Slay the Princess, I love the repetitive cycle of it all. It always repeats. It's always the same. There's no escaping it. It feels a little too real in that aspect. I can't get over this game. I can't get over this game. It's so freaking good, and I'm not even finished with it. Anyway, I gotta go because there's stuff happening, and I gotta make sure that I give time to specific people, so stuff that are important stuff can happen. So I will be raiding out. I see Snow is still playing a game, so I might raid Snow. Have a good rest, Chief. Yes, I will try. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. It's so nice to see you. And with that said, have a good evening or a good night, and may the stars shine ever in your favor. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.